YouTube? Welcome back. We watching America's. Oh shit, I can't read. American foods that are banned in other countries. I know off top Skittles is banned. I think Skittles is banned. I know off top. Never seen this before. This is by Weird Food History. Let's get into it.
Americans want to believe that the United States is the gold standard of clean food. But that belief may not hold up to scrutiny. From unsanitary practices in mass production to the addition of dangerous chemicals, countries have good reason to give the side eye to imported foods claiming to be USDA approved. That's right. This week we're talking about American foods that have been banned by other countries.
Skittles better be
But before
here.
we get started, be sure to subscribe to the Weird History Food channel. Then leave a comment and tell us what other world food facts you would like to know more about.
Diabetes.
Now let's see how wrong the rest of the world really is. Since the dawn of Skittles, there have been rumors about the dangers of eating them. Every one of us heard at least one classmate claim that the red ones make you sterile, and the yellow ones, they give you cancer. Turns out,
I thought Skittles give cancer in general. Or am I tripping? Wait a minute. You subscribe, twin. You subscribe. Wait a minute. You see this food? You see all that? You see all that? You want a piece? I can give you the piece. Wait a minute. Subscribe. Shit, why you ain't say so, twin? Come on, get you a little piece. Good fuck, ain't it? Continue to the video.
it might be worse than that. First of all, your classmate wasn't wrong. The dyes known as Yellow 5 and Yellow 6 have been linked to hives and hyperactivity in children. Sweden and Norway have banned the candies out of concern. The European Union will most likely be banning Skittles at the end of the year, having already swapped out some of the dye for more natural flavors.
What?
This is because of something called titanium dioxide, which can be found making the colors pop across the rainbow. Research linked titanium dioxide to damaged DNA, which can lead to cancer. While Europe may be ahead of the Skittles awareness curve, America is quickly catching up. In May of 2021, the Environmental Working Group asked the FDA to categorize titanium dioxide as toxic. And yes, before you ask, right now the FDA says
America
it's
don't
okay
give no
to
fuck. We
consume
ain't finna do
some
that.
of that chemical compound.
I don't eat Skittles, but still
You can
no.
taste the rainbow, but just in moderation. California is home to an ongoing lawsuit against Mars Inc., the parent company of Skittles. The lawsuit claims Skittles are not only toxic, but are unfit for human consumption. So maybe for now, play it safe. Just go have some Swedish fish instead.
Swedish fish good as fuck. Swedish fish is good. I don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all be dissing on Swedish fish. Oh yeah, and one thing, a lot of y'all ask me why I don't wear headphones. I don't wear headphones specifically because I ain't gonna be rude when I say this. I ain't gonna call nobody out. But Jinxie, when he wears headphones, have y'all seen the dent on his head? I'm talking about like a big indent on the head, like on the side. I do have headphones, but I do not use them because I am scared I will have a dent on my head myself, which I am purposely do not want. So I'm gonna probably show you. Well, he gonna do it, but he show y'all little pictures of Jinxie that I can't do it, bro. I'm not finna have a dent in my damn head, bruh. Bitch, I just had a PB&J. I was about to say BJ. Never mind.
Ever looked at a piece of crusty French baguette, be it in cartoon or in real life? But let's be honest, it was probably in the hands of Pepe Le Pew, and think, I can't make a sandwich with that. As great as we talk about the invention of sliced bread, a lot of European countries have actually banned much of what you'd find on America's wide grocer shelves. That's because we make a lot of our bread not just with
sugar?
grain, but with a variety snap packs worth of additives, like azodicarbonamide, for example, which helps bleach flour and strengthen dough. Fun fact about azodicarbonamide, it's also used in a spectrum of industrial products, including yoga mats. Downward dogs. The European Union is really against the idea of its citizens eating yoga mat material and has banned their use in food products.
So natural bread, yeah, pork's not really good for you. It has like protein in it, but it's not good for you.
Pork, the other white meat, is a staple of American meats, along with chicken, fish, and beef.
Yeah.
From bacon to ham, hot dogs to pork chops. American meat eaters consume about 67 pounds of pig per person every year. Soo-wee, my heart is stopping.
Damn.
Don't get us wrong. Other nations indulge in swine just as much, if not more, than Americans. So why doesn't the U.S. export scores of succulent bacon-bearing boars? Well, it turns out American particular is used in many pig farms to raise porkier porkers. Ractopamine, which we put a dash of in a lot of foods, has been banned in 160 countries, which all consider the drug unsafe for human consumption.
Wait! Yeah. Stop!
Consumption. This, in turn, has led to a prohibition of pork exports across the world.
Yeah.
The EU hasn't touched the stuff since outlawing ractopamine in 2009. China and Russia have been ractopamine.
That's a black pig. That's a black boy. That's a black boy. What a white pig.
Less since 2013. Because ractopamine has the same effects as an intoxicant on humans and can cause tachycardia, headaches, and muscle spasms if consumed in large enough quantities. But it is a small price to pay for a perfect piece of the pork.
Pork does taste good. It does taste really good though, not gonna lie. He ain't gonna say fried chicken, is it? Because if so, it's gonna make me mad.
Hygiene in America often comes down to dousing stuff in a chlorine bath and calling it FDA approved. And chicken is no exception. Pathogen reduction treatments, or PRTs, refer to the use of different chemicals to destroy harmful microbes on raw meat. Somewhere along the line, American food regulators decided a quick chlorine shock was the best way to kill salmonella and other bacteria on uncooked poultry. Chlorine marinade. And look, it's not that the EU is against taking a long gulp from the public pool now and then. In fact, the risks posed by chlorine consumption are relatively low.
I need to learn how to swim. That should be the best thing for me. I know I'm black, but like...
Your concern is that the chlorine baths are just an eye-burning Band-Aid on a larger problem. The tip of the beak, so to speak. They're worried that the PRTs are insufficient to deal with more than just the normal bacteria and don't get at a potential contamination from things like low-quality feed to unsanitary coops on farms. The EU called the chlorine rinse an easy fix, arguing no chemical rinse will ever remove all bacteria from meat heavily contaminated as a result of poor hygiene. That hurts extra to hear it from the French.
I don't really drink Mountain Dew like that, so I'm not really honest.
Mountain Dew is the closest any soft drink has come to being fully weaponized. But did you know in Austria and Norway, the soda is outright banned? That's because Mountain Dew's signature Chernobyl Radiant hue comes from tartrazine, also known as yellow 5. And if your ADHD hasn't kicked in yet, you'll remember that color and number from the Skittles section earlier.
Okay, first of all, you just calling me out like First of all, you just calling me out like I got ADHD, which I do, but like you had to call me out, twin. Like shit.
It's been linked to headaches, hyperactivity, and the desire to be annoying to other people.
Yeah.
Ironically, the qualities that make Mountain Dew a soda non gratis in other countries is exactly what the brand promotes: a frenetic, over-caffeinated lifestyle. Do the do. Baja Blast. Woo-hoo. And while you might be able to find Mountain Dew in Europe, it's going to hit a little different. That's because Europe spent exactly 2 years in the 90s riding the dew before discontinuing it. What is being sold as Mountain Dew in the EU has a recipe closer to the original carbonated beverage, as created by Tennessee beverage bottlers Barney and Ollie Hartman in the 1940s. The original Mountain Dew was meant as a whiskey mixer, with a name coming from the affectionate Scottish term for moonshine. It'll tickle your innards, is what the old ads used to read. No lies detected here.
Yahoo! Mountain Dew!
What little Debbie do? What little Debbie do? Little Debbie, what you got your trouble into, redheaded girl? Little Debbie, you supposed to be out here making cakes. What the hell you doing up there?
Little Debbie has been providing Americans with comfort snack food since the 1960s. With their variety of zebra cakes, star crunches, nutty bars, fudge rounds, and cosmic brownie.
Oh, the best. The best. Oh, cosmic brownies. Ooh, this is lunch.
But their big claim to fame, as anyone who has ever had their lunch packed by a parent can attest, is the Little Debbie Swiss Rolls, a mixture of rich chocolate cake and butter-creamy filling. Over 900 million cartons of Little Debbie products are shipped each year, but none of those cartons go anywhere near Austria or Norway. Blame those rascally additives, yellow 5 and red 40. Swiss rolls contain 32 milligrams of dye per product, and
But they're chocolate. Am I missing something here? I can get the other two because they had colors, but this one's just pure chocolate. I'm a little lost. Is it the cosmic brownies?
in those quantities, they've been shown to have an adverse effect on children. And we're not just talking about causing hyperactivity, although one study found that cutting all artificial food coloring from diets may be 1/2 as effective as prescribing kids Ritalin. And while we can't prove there's a direct connection between artificial food coloring and cancer, they do cause damage to white blood cells, causing them to mutate after only 3 hours. Exposure to these dyes could cause tumor cells to multiply way more rapidly. For that reason, researchers say a high chronic intake of food colorings throughout the entire life is not advisable. If only they weren't so delicious. Surprisingly, you can buy Little Debbie's Swiss rolls in the EU, but they come with warning labels advising parents of the potential dangers to kids. You know, like...
How the hell does Little Debbie cause smoke lung cancer?
cigarettes.
Okay, go ahead. Nastiest shit ever. Go ahead. I'm just gonna skip this one for y'all. 'Cause I know y'all don't eat this shit. This shit nasty as fuck. We gonna skip this. Go ahead, skip this, y'all. It's nasty as hell.
You don't need to take a transcontinental flight to visit countries that have banned American foods. Just drive up to the Canadian border, flash your passport, and sign an affidavit saying you're not smuggling any steak tartare in your trunk. Today, consuming raw meat has fallen out of fashion in the
What is that?
US, much like other foods like veal and pate, which don't make you sick but might make you sad. But while baby cow and overstuffed goose liver is illegal in parts of America
Goose liver?
now, tartare is not. See, while veal and pate may be uncool, they are also served hot, unlike tartare, which is chopped up cold meat, straight from the cow. Undercooked or raw foods can lead to an increase in food poisoning and parasitic infections, especially in beef and poultry. But considering how fancy pants steak tartare is, Titanic food one might say, you'd think countries might look the other way and let the luxury delicacy slide. And for a long time they did. In Canada, meat has to reach an internal temperature of 145 degrees Fahrenheit, the equivalent of a medium rare steak, in order to be considered safe to serve. But those rules aren't strictly enforced. That is, until recently. In 2021, restaurant owners in New Brunswick selling steak tartare were all served cease and desist letters. Canadian public health officials had decided that amid the ongoing health crisis of COVID-19, the last thing their citizens needed was a side order of botulism.
Coca-Cola kind of figured out something wrong with it.
Is there anything more American than Coca-Cola?
Not no sirree. Not in the USA, son. No.
The fizz, the flavor, the former secret ingredient, cocaine.
I didn't know Coke had cocaine in it, but not gonna lie, I may have to try the old Coke out now.
Coke is basically apple pie in beverage form. And it's not just Americans who are cuckoo for Coke. Invented by a pharmacist in 1886 Georgia, Coca-Cola quickly caught on overseas. It was the World War II GI's drink of choice. Pre-pandemic, Coca-Cola had 500 brands in over 200 countries, making it the best-selling soft drink and one of the most recognizable brands of all time. But there will always be exceptions. And unlike the other entries on the list, for once, it has nothing to do with health concerns. Everybody knows that Coke is not good for you. We just decided collectively that
The Coca-Cola company is not happy with me. That's okay. Still keep drinking that garbage.
we don't care. No, the countries that have outlawed the brand have done so because of what it represents, a symbol of the encroachment of American capitalism.
Wait, what?
From 1962 to 2011, the U.S. banned sales of Coke to Burma as part of sanctions against the military junta that ruled.
Where the hell is Burma? Y'all saying so many countries, I don't know. Burma? I don't even know where that is.
The country until 2011. It resumed sales in the country in 2012. Today, Coca-Cola is only unavailable in 2 countries with long-term trade embargoes with the U.S. North Korea hasn't allowed Coke
Not surprised.
since 1950, and the
Not
bubbly
surprised.
beverage has been banned in Cuba since Fidel Castro seized supplies in 1962. First the prequels, now Coke. Is there anything that can't be ruined by the federalization of trade taxation? In a
No.
twist of irony and lime, Cuba was actually one of the first bottlers of the beverage outside of America. Today, Cuba Cola has replaced Coke as the country's soft drink of choice, though black market sales abound. After all, it is the birthplace of the Cuba Libre, aka the rum and Coke.
M&M. Y'all pissing me off with these foods, bro. Just shit.
M&M's, the delicious melt-in-your-mouth, not-in-your-hand snacks, were originally a collaboration between the science
Is it just the chocolate or is the peanut? If it was the peanut, I'm fine.
sons of the Mars and Hershey dynasties in 1941. Like Coca-Cola, M&M's gained international.
Why they nerf the green M&M, bro? Like, she got the heels
Fans
on.
drink.
Look at that. She got the heels on and everything. Look at that. Y'all hitting that?
World
I'm
War
not.
II.
I'm not gonna hit it, but I'm just saying.
As American
Some of y'all freaks.
soldiers popularized the candy overseas as the chocolate that won't get your trigger finger all sticky. But you won't find the candy in Sweden, where it's banned due to a trademark conflict with a popular national candy that also features lowercase m's as its signature. When Mars introduced the candy to Sweden in 2009, a court ruled its marketing too similar to that of the Norwegian Marabous, which resemble Kit Kats. During World War I, Marabou had moved its manufacturing to its Swedish neighbors, where it received a royal warrant of appointment by the King of Sweden. And here we thought the Swiss were the chocolate snobs. Should you want to check out what the fuss is all about, Marabou's is sold in IKEA stores here in the U.S. Well, at least it's good to know that M&Ms don't contain any harmful dyes or chlorine residue, right?
They don't.
That's a pretty important victory for hard-shelled chocolate. So what do you think? Which of the
Oh, they got another one. They got another one. I just want to check this out. But foods made in the U.S. Not many. I'm actually kind of surprised of what is it? I'm still a little confused on the Little Debbie or why it's banned. Cause Mountain Dew and Skittles are both colorful drinks, and they come in different colors. Cause Mountain Dew now has a red and a blue, but Little Debbie only comes in chocolate tone. So I'm a little confused. But anyway, that's gonna be it. Appreciate you for watching. 7 at 7. Peace out, YouTube.